what Ekitike did. If it was in Ghana, Hans would touch him. They'll meet him at the...
But do you think it was out of pressure because of? Do you think it was out of pressure because of Alexander Isak scoring?
Isak scoring, yeah.
Ben, this is not tapping.
Yes,
you are moving discipline Messi celebration. Tapping keke. Oh, sweet.
Tactics and touchlines. We are on the EPL preview, and last week, if you were on this show, I think our 3 slips that were being introduced by our pundit, 2. One, it was just one that had an issue with Prince's own. I think Prince, your own was which game is the Arsenal game? Yes, the Arsenal. I think with that one you were using more because it's your club, so you are trying to put in more effort for your club to win in your bets. That's why I couldn't go through. But today, too, we are going to give you some of the exciting games coming up in the EPL, some of the amazing fixtures like the Arsenal, Newcastle, and also Liverpool against Crystal Palace. These are 2 teams that have not tasted defeat in this season's Premier League. So who is going to get that defeat and who is also going to go into the next round with a full clean sheet or a full win into the next round? We'll go deeper into some of the games. So I'll welcome my pundit, then we'll start with the EPL. What is happening this week? So welcome Raf, welcome Prince. Let's look at the EPL for last week. I think last week we had some exciting games, 3 tough games: Liverpool against Everton, Chelsea against Man United, and also Arsenal against Manchester City. I want us to briefly go through these 3 games, what we thought of the games, and also what we saw from individual coaches and how the game went for us. So Raf, take us through these 3 games in just a few minutes, then we'll move to Prince.
Well, with the first game, I'll pick Liverpool-Everton. Yes, of course, that game was there for the taking for Liverpool. I mean, for the past seasons now, Liverpool had the upper hand over Everton. Everton has seen a lot of coaches. You know, even if Liverpool goes to the Goodison Park and draws, when they come to Anfield, Liverpool beats them. You know, it's a KG encounter. It's a difficult game, but Liverpool still finds a way to grind. So that one was there for the taking for Liverpool. Now, the Chelsea v Man United, or Man United v Chelsea. Clearly, you could see that Chelsea had a party. Chelsea had a particular style of play, unlike United. Yeah. United were a bit shaky for me. The first 5-10 minutes, Man United created good chances, and unfortunately, Sanchez fouled the other guy, and then it resulted in a penalty. But then, where I was watching the game, I was watching it in town actually, and then you could hear a section of the fans saying that Maresca rushed into changes. Pedro Neto out, Estevao, Kopama eventually, which was very, very bad on paper. Assuming that game ended 11-11, Chelsea would have won the game because clearly Chelsea had a pattern. Chelsea had a style of play. Even though United took the lead by 2-1, 2 goals earlier, you could see that Chelsea were still pressing. Chelsea were passing the balls. You can see the purposeful passes and then the aggressiveness in the Chelsea's display. So it was not a bad result for Chelsea. They played very well. But unfortunately, the red card, even though Casemiro also got red carded, but you could see that Chelsea had an upper hand over United, even though United won the game. So United should still have and do more in terms of their team's shape and how they'll be playing going forward. Now, the last one, Manchester City versus Arsenal versus Manchester City. For the first time, I saw Guardiola defending deep. For over 80 minutes, I saw Guardiola defending. Over 70 minutes, I saw Guardiola defending. Prince is smiling. He's happy. Ben. Oh, honestly, Ben, for the first time, look, I've watched Real Madrid play against Manchester City under Carlo Ancelotti, and I saw Real Madrid defending deep at the Etihad. So I felt that, okay, now Guardiola is one manager who, no matter who you come up against, is going to put you down and drill you in terms of tactics and systems. But for the first time, Arteta beat his master to his own game. He pressed Arsenal, he pressed Man City in every corner. You could see Haaland falling back to defend, which prompted Pep to take Haaland out of the game. I'm so impressed with Arsenal's display. They should keep it up. And then the winning goal, superb. Look at that lob pass from Eberiti Eze, unexpectedly. So if Arsenal continues to play like this, Ben, actually, I don't see City doing too well this season, to be very honest with them. They need a lot of things. Arsenal is a well-oiled machine. They are well prepared for the season. Maybe one or two things will not go for them, but they did very well against Man City, and I'm very happy with their performance.
Okay, so Prince, let's look at from your side these 3 games that happened in the previous week. What are your takes on some of the games, and also what do you think went wrong for some of the teams?
I want to talk on first of all the Liverpool Everton game, the Merseyside derby.
Yeah,
it was a nice game. I really thought when Everton equalized the first goal, I felt like they could come in the game and do something and even do more, get it, because it looked as if they were taking their chances. Just that luck wasn't on their side, and Liverpool took advantage of the fact that they were playing at Anfield, and the fans and the energy was on their side, so it went in their favor, and kudos to Ancelotti for putting those boys together to get a 3 points. Now they are 5 points clear of the league, and people are just saying that they are running the league, but I don't see it that way. I think there are more games ahead of us, and it just one game at a time. The other game I want to touch on is the Chelsea United. Honestly, I was so furious when Enzo Maresca was doing those changes. Because it was just panicking against a United team that I was surprised. I was like, what? Why do you panic against a team like United, who is not even in a good form? So I just don't know, because if it is their strikers you are scared of, that's why they are putting defenders. These strikers have not even made up to 3 goals this season.
Yeah.
Before the Chelsea game, these strikers probably have not made up to 3 goals this season. Again, so why that panic? Why that fear and bringing defenders? I just don't know what was going through Enzo Maresca's mind and what tactics he wanted to play. But I felt like he could have just kept his shape and play some few minutes. And guess what? Now Casemiro went ahead to pick a red card, and it was now balanced. And that's when you've already taken your attackers out, and now there's pressure. There's no one to be helping and drop Pedro up front. It was just unfortunate. And then the last game was with the Arsenal and Man City game. I think Guardiola has lost it all. Honestly, I feel like he should have left last season, but going for another 2 years extension was a wrong decision. When you need to leave when the plots are high. And this time around, it looks like everything is turning against him. His own protege, someone he trained, is putting him into that tight corner. And I think Mikel Arteta has been the only coach that has met him like 6 consecutive and has not lost against him. And you could see that Guardiola has lost it all. You could clearly see that he has, because I was surprised to see Guardiola playing haram football. I was like, is this a Getafe or something play? Because you could see he took Haaland out very early. You could see that he takes out the attackers and bring defenders. He takes attackers, and I was like, oh, what is going on? But it was a nice game, because Arsenal came back to pick a point in there, because it would have been unfair if Arsenal lost that game. And that's the way Arsenal played. And looking at the possession Man City got on that day, I don't think they deserve to even pick a point. They should have lost that game. But unfortunately, Guardiola has his own way of doing this thing, and kudos to him. But I don't think going this style the rest of the season will help him going forward. He should just stick with his style, taking control of the ball and possessing and dictating the game. That one will help him, rather than wanting to pack the bus. This Bournemouth and things, when you go and pack the bus against them, they will deploy you. They'll just be lopping these balls, and you could see before you could see, then you're losing the game.
Okay. So I want us to look at this week's games. We have Brentford versus Man United, Chelsea, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Leeds, Bournemouth, Manchester City, Burnley, Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Tottenham Hotspur, Wolves, Aston Villa, Fulham, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Everton against West Ham. So let's start from one of the biggest games coming up this weekend. That is Arsenal versus Newcastle. And I want to start from you, Prince. Looking at this game, this was one of the most difficult fixtures for Arsenal last season. They played in the league, they played in the EFL Cup and all those games, Newcastle were a bit ahead of us. Alexander Isak being an instrumental in those particular wins. Now, Isak isn't around. Arsenal visiting the St. James Park. Do you think Arteta can go in and win that game comfortably with now also injuries in Arsenal side, the likes of Noni Madueke, Kanikapi picking up injuries? Do you think Arteta can go there and win against a Newcastle team without their key man who has now left for Liverpool, Alexander Isak?
I think this will be a game that will also make a statement for Mikel Arteta, because from the way he's deploying his team this season, you could clearly see that he's trying to make sure the 6 big clubs, he probably gets a point against them. Then the other teams, he go all out and win, either home or away. So this is also another test where it will come in as a way that if a star that he's probably is getting accustomed to now is going to work for him, because now you look clearly that the other games we played against Nottingham Forest and I think the other club, you could see that we're going all out. That the setup was so different. The back line was okay. He brought in one area instead of Mikel Merino, so at least the attack was fluid. The attack was so fluid. So I think Arteta going into this season would want to take every point against some of this teams, this middle table teams and the down table teams. He wants to take every point away from them. So the top 6 clubs, he gets to battle and takes a point in there from them, or probably win the game just like he did against United. He clearly saw that United he picked all the 3 points at their home. And I'm happy for one thing, because you can clearly see that all the games you have played this season, the tough games, we are looking at going away before coming home. When you look at the game we played against Liverpool, we went to Anfield. United went to Old Trafford. And now we are going to St. James Park for Newcastle. So at least we go there, do our possible best to get a point in there, then try our best to come in when we play the return leg, when we come to the Emirates, at least we fight and get our 3 points in the end. I think the strategy is using will help us. So this Newcastle, I don't think Newcastle has a chance, especially when you look at the likes of Nick Vukamade, who has just got a goal this season. Got a goal this season, and Wissa is also injured. So I think, honestly, the Arsenal defense, I really don't see any attacker having it easy against this defense. So that's the advantage we have. So the rest is how we can deploy, get those balls into Gokeres to get in the goals for us. That's it.
Okay. So Ralph, I want us to look at the Crystal Palace Liverpool. These are 2 teams this season having tasted defeat. Both teams are on a high flying results, especially Crystal Palace. It dates back to 12 games without not picking up a defeat. Going into this game, Liverpool will be missing out Hugo Ekitike, who picked up a red card in their EFL game against Sunderland, with a celebration that caused Ancelotti to speak a lot about him and even branded that as something as stupid. Going into this game, a difficult fixture against Crystal Palace, do you think Hugo Ekitike would be a big miss for Liverpool? And also, how can Ancelotti be able to get the best out of his team against Crystal Palace?
Wow, Ben, this is a very loaded question. First of all, Hugo Ekitike, what Hugo Ekitike did, if it was in Ghana, Hans would touch him. They'll meet him at the
But do you think it was out of pressure because of? Do you think it was out of pressure because of Alexander Isak scoring?
Isak's goal,
Ben, this is not tapping.
Just
you are moving this Messi celebration. Tapping keke. Oh, so Slot was telling him that you should have given credit to Chiesa. His control. How Chiesa could have scored that game because the keeper fell. He decided to give it to you. Why do you move your jersey? And Frimpong was asking him, why? What is that? Well, we have a big game against Palace. Look, Ben, now that one of the teams I fear now is Palace. Because of the way that Glasner, that guy has commoded the team proper. Adam Watson, Gui, Ismail Assar. Hey, all of a sudden, these guys are now top players. Even against Southampton, Liverpool were not even able to keep a clean sheet against Southampton. Clean sheet. And you need boys who are going to fight harder. Going into the game, Ben, as you ask me, what is Liverpool going to do to win that game? We have to stay solid. The way we approach the Arsenal game, the sort of respect Liverpool give to Arsenal for us to beat them 1-0, how we stay solid. We should stay solid like that against Palace, or else they will beat us. It's not about the 100 million players we bought in Florian Wirtz and Isak and whoever. If we are not able to stay solid, Glasner is an excellent manager. I have respected our manager this season. He won the Europa League with Frankfurt, but I didn't really see how good he was until he came to the Premiership. I've now seen that they are top managers who are working, and I've respected him so much. Federico Chiesa in that game against Southampton, it was a clear statement of intent that, look, I'm ready, I'm a top-class player. Look, Chiesa was a top player way back when the Italian national team won the Euros, and unfortunately, he had an ACL injury. Exactly. And brought him down. But yesterday's performance was a statement that, look, I am still he bossed the game from at midfield. He started as an offensive midfielder, moved to the left flanks, to the right flanks, did everything for the game to go in favor of Liverpool. Gave 2 assists on the day, had an excellent game. This evening, I was reading by a piece from Fabrizio saying that due to the injury to our small boy, Giovanni Leoni, Federico Chiesa not been included in Liverpool's Champions League squad. I'm not happy, and I'm a bit sad, and I'm happy at the same time. Sad for the little boy, the 18-year-old boy, and I'm also happy for Chiesa getting into the UEFA Champions League team. So with that game particularly, the likes of Mateta and Co will be bombing forward. That guy is a top class centre forward. He's going to give Van Dijk that chance. He's not going to give Van Dijk that chance to bomb forward, to spread those passes. So Liverpool should stay solid in that game. We have the attacking powers to beat them, but if we lose guard and we are not able to destroy, I trust Crystal Palace to be able to get a goal in that game. But as to if Liverpool will win, it depends on how good we are in front of our opponent's goal post.
Okay, so I want us to touch on some of the games, but before that, we'll look at mynbet.africa. Go to the description, click the link, and also register with mynbet.africa. This week, they are telling us, go to the description, click the link, and also about their early payout option. Early payout option is one of the best options you can go out for. With early payouts, the moment your team goes up by a goal or 2, you get a chance to cash out on your bet, which doesn't take the game to the last minute where maybe there is an equalizer or something to misplace or destroy your bet. So go with mynbet.africa, register. In your selections, go for early payout option. With that, you get an easy win on your bet slip. Let's look at one game, Brentford against Man United. Ruben Amorim getting that 3 points against Chelsea. Do you think this is the best start for him, especially after beating Chelsea? And now going into a Brentford game, the last time Man United unveiled a new jersey against Brentford, they lost by 4-0. Do you think we are going to see a repeat of the 4-0, or Ruben Amorim is having a strong setup, especially boosting their mentality from the Chelsea game into this Brentford setup? So, Prince, I want to hear from you. What do you think Amorim needs to do, especially going into this game against Brentford at 11:30?
I think on Ruben Amorim's side, this is his second lifeline. At least he passed the first one against Chelsea. I think he was given 3 or 4 games to prove his worth. So this is his second game to prove whether he's going to keep his job or he's going to exit. So I think there are boys in the squad, whether he really wants this money that he wants to keep his job. And fine, the Chelsea game came with a red card and he had an advantage over there. But he might not get it. He might not get a red card advantage in a Brentford game, because this time Brentford are playing home and he is traveling to Brentford. They will have the advantage over there. So I think one thing he needs to do is to, just like I've always been mentioning, he should play Bruno in his right position. Honestly, Bruno is the most creative player in the United States. You can't take it from him. When you play him up front, he either give you the goals or the assist. He did that against Chelsea, and it was clear. I don't know why we all see the issue. We mention it to Ruben Amorim, and he has a system, and he doesn't want to change. Put Bruno in front. Put Bruno close to the box. He'll get you the goal. He'll get you the assist. it was clear when they played against Chelsea that that's their favorite position of Bruno. You get it, and he'll dictate the play for you. At least Sesko might not be giving me the goal. What's the name? Now Cunha is back from injury. Sesko might not be giving me the goal. So when you play Bruno there, you probably pushing some of these passes to help Sesko to get a goal or an assist in there. And for their backline shape, I think they have an issue with Luke Shaw playing at the left centre back because the game they played against City, he caused them a whole lot of problems from that side, and City took advantage of it and punished them in there. So I don't know if Maguire is fit or Lenny Euro is fit to play that position. So or probably if he might not be able to bring Dogu in there, but if he can play a full back where Dogu play as a left back instead of left center back or left wing back, a left back, at least keeps the defensive in a good shape. Now Brentford might not lose Kerry like they used to be under the Tottenham's new coach.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah, Thomas Frank. So at least you can take advantage of the fact that there's not a Thomas Frank's side that want to go hard on you or punish you or take advantage of those are long balls and those they are high line. You get it. So they are low block system. So I think Ruben Amorim should deploy a system that will help him secure his second lifeline going for the last two.
Okay, Ram, I want us to look at one game which is not a massive game, but because of the disappointing result from one coach, I want us to look at that game. Fulham against Aston Villa. Aston Villa starting at the start of the season, they have one of the easiest fixtures coming into game week 6, but they've not been able to get any 3 points from anywhere, and they've just scored just 1 goal from 6 games. What do you think is wrong with Unai Emery's Aston Villa? And going into a difficult game against Fulham with Marco Silva, do you think they are not going to get another 3 points from this result, from this game?
Yes, I first of all, I feel lack of signings and also some top centre forwards has really affected the Aston Villa team. Unai Emery is over reliant on Oli Watkins. Look, Watkins is not a top class centre forward like that. Okay, Watkins needs competition. He needs players to be around him to thrive. He's that ball playing striker who normally likes to drop the receive balls, move into space. It's not a typical centre forward like the Hurricanes, mention them. So he was over reliant on Oli Watkins, and then he's been a bit disappointed, scoring 1 goal, as you are saying. So I believe going forward, you have to strategize. Even if January, they can also get some attackers, because if you look at his midfield, he's a bit okay with Tielemans and Morgan Rogers and the guys. Is Morgan Rogers still up? Yes. Morgan Rogers and those guys in the midfield.
Rogers, Tielemans, Morgan Rogers, with Onana. There are one or two. Mara, there are 1 or 2 quality.
Yes. These are top midfielders who start for their respective national teams. Tielemans and Onana are both starters in the Belgian national team. So I don't expect them to struggle that much. But the over-reliance on Oli Watkins, there are still attackers on the market. If he really wants to do something this season, in January, they should go into the market and look for an attacker who's going to help Watkins going forward, and then how he can also play well.
Okay. So before we go to our odds or slips for this weekend, I want you to go to the description, click there, register on MyBet.Africa. You can pause the video, go and register, come back so that you have the codes available for you. Then you just enter them and also bet on MyBet.Africa. Remember, when you are done registering, use the free bet code TTPOD, TTPOD, to get a free 10 Ghana cedis. And also remember to make a deposit so that I can bet on our slips. I want us to go into the slip, but on MyBet.Africa, one thing I want us to know is there are players to score in every game that is happening in the EPL. So for our viewers to know about this, I want us to give them a tip of the iceberg on which players we think will score on some of the games that are happening so that they can also put in their selection. So we'll do it 1-1 each, then we'll go through all some of the games and see what we'll do. So Prince, I want to start from you. Brentford, Man United, which player are you tipping to score?
I think Sesko might get a goal. Sesko might want to unleash his I think it's 007 or 005
I think go 5.
So going into this game, he might want to prove the haters and the doubters wrong. So I think I'll tip Sesko or an Mbeumo go over there.
Okay. Ralph, looking at Chelsea against Brighton, which player are you tipping to score in that game?
Joao Pedro is going to score against his former club. He's a banker.
Okay.
That one is a banker.
Yes, it's a banker, so they should put their money on it. For instance, let's look at
Yes,
Tottenham
he's a
against
banker.
Wolves. Which player are you tipping to score?
Tottenham against what? Wolves.
Wolves.
Tottenham against Wolves. I'm looking at.
Kudus Mohamed gets his first goal for Tottenham.
I don't know, but I feel like Kudus is more stationed at the right wing game, crossing in the balls and looking at giving assists than going for the goal, like what he used to do at West Ham. So, either Richarlison, I'm looking at giving a defender a goal because the Tottenham defenders are very good at heading.
Yeah. So either between Romero and Van der Ven.
Van der Ven, yeah.
Van der Ven.
These two guys. Because usually when Kudus crosses the ball, they are the ones who put their head behind it. So, yeah.
Okay, so I want us to go into our slips for the weekend so that VS can also know what we are selecting for this weekend. Last week we did 2 in 3. So this week we are hoping of doing 3 in 3. So I want to start from Prince. Let us go through your teams, your picks, and also we generate the code and also mention the odds and the code available for them. So Prince, you can go through your teams now.
Okay, so my I'm going for a Chelsea win against Brighton.
Yeah.
Then I'm also going for a City win over 2.5 against Burnley. I know Burnley. I know Burnley gave Liverpool a tough side, but I think City might unlock that if only Guardiola doesn't go and play defense against Burnley, there'll be a 3-goal in there. And the Crystal Palace will definitely go against Liverpool. So I'm going Crystal Palace over 0.5. Then Tottenham is going to get a win against Wolves. Arsenal against Newcastle. Arsenal will win and with over 1.5. Okay. And also a Villa versus Fulham. I'm going on over 1.5. Either 2 goals, either the goal or 2 goal in there.
Okay, so with your selection, we have 9 odds on mybet.africa, and the code is TRTP. TRTP. So when you enter this into the bet booking, you generate Prince games and also put your money behind it and also win amazing with their potential winnings that are there. So Ralph, let's look at your fixtures and teams you think are going to win.
Yes, so with my fixtures, I gave Chelsea to score over 1.5 goals, which means Chelsea will be scoring more than 1 against Brighton. After their performance against Man United, I feel United will be scoring at least 2 goals against Brighton. Now Liverpool going away to the Selhurst Park. Liverpool going away. Liverpool is not going to lose that game. It might be a scoring draw. Liverpool winning that game, so I'll give Liverpool a double chance. Now Brentford v Man United. I watched Brentford against Chelsea. They are not a cheap side. With the likes of Jordan Henderson in midfield, they have this guy Shadi, very good striker. 11:30 early kickoff. Brentford, they are going to get a goal. I give Tottenham. Tottenham is beating hands down. And the Leeds vs Bournemouth, both teams are scoring on that day. Semenyo will get a goal.
And you're also going for Sunderland to score a goal against that is Nottingham Forest.
Yes, sorry, Sunderland. Yes, Sunderland. Yes, a very, very good team with the likes of Granit Xhaka and the big boys in there. By all means, they'll get a goal at home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So with your selections, we are getting 5 odds from your selections, and also the code is JRTP on mybet.africa. So with my selections, Man United, Brentford, this fixture produced a lot of goals, and I'm going for an 2.5 on this fixture. Chelsea, Brighton, win or draw 1.5 for Chelsea. Liverpool against Crystal Palace, Liverpool win or draw. Manchester City win against, that is Burnley. Tottenham win against Wolves. And I'm going for a handicap of 2 for Newcastle to win against Arsenal. So with my code, with my selections, there are 6 odds, and my code is KRTP on my bet.africa. So Prince's code was TRTP, and Ralph's own was JRTP, and mine was KRTP. So with this, you can win amazing with my bet.africa. Scan the QR code below, join our Telegram page. The code will be pasted on there. Live bet and live odds to be given also on there, so that you can also enjoy amazing winnings with MindBet.Africa. Thank you all for joining us on the show. We review this EPL game, and we'll come back next week to see what is happening in the EPL. So thank you all.